Idaho, a land of towering mountains, endless rivers, and potatoes. Think you know this rugged state? Think again. Beneath the spuds and wild landscapes lies a world of bizarre laws, towering waterfalls taller than Niagara, and daredevils risking it all over Snake River Canyon. Welcome to 99 Ridiculous Idaho History Facts, where the weird, wild, and wonderful collide. Buckle up. This isn't your typical road trip. This is Idaho, like you've never seen it before. Idaho is constitutionally forced to be responsible? In a nation where budgeting often feels like a drunken game of Monopoly, Idaho stands alone, literally. It's the only U.S. state that is constitutionally obligated to balance its budget. That's right. While other states can dig themselves into glorious, debt-fueled chaos, Idaho is legally chained to a spreadsheet. Imagine a cowboy with a calculator holstered to his belt, muttering fiscal responsibility under his breath before riding off into a perfectly accounted-for sunset. The law is so firm, it's baked into the state's constitution. No ifs, buts, or we'll make it back in Q3. Idaho lives within its means, whether it wants to or not. Which makes it sound like your overly frugal grandpa who reuses tea bags and insists on turning off lights in empty rooms. It's not glamorous, but it's effective. This fiscal ironclad means the gem state doesn't play around with deficits. It runs a tighter ship than most companies on Wall Street. But don't be fooled. Just because Idaho's finances are boring doesn't mean the rest of it is. In fact, one of its most beloved symbols is a berry so stubborn it refuses to be farmed. Welcome to the wild, petty world of Idaho's official fruit, the huckleberry. Sweet, tart, and totally uncooperative. You'd think a state known for potatoes would have chosen something like, say, an apple as its official fruit. But Idaho went rogue. It chose the huckleberry, a small, dark, delicious fruit that thrives in high elevations and refuses to be domesticated, kind of like the residents themselves. Huckleberries are the rebellious artists of the berry world. You can't just plant a field of them and expect results. No, they demand wild mountain air, acidic soil, and the kind of freedom that makes commercial farmers weep. Attempts to cultivate them have failed harder than a tech startup in the 90s. So people have to forage for them, as in, hike into bear country with buckets and dreams. Idahoans are obsessed. There's huckleberry jam, huckleberry ice cream, huckleberry vodka, and, probably, a black market where huckleberries are traded like fine truffles. It's not just a fruit, it's a way of life. Idaho even made it the official state fruit in 2000, likely to make sure nobody else tried to claim it. Looking at you, Montana. And yet somehow, in the same state where wild berries are a symbol of cultural pride, there's a law that says you can't ride a camel on the highway. Yes, a camel. No camels on highways. Thank you very much. Let's clear something up. There is, in fact, a law in Idaho that prohibits riding a camel on a state highway. You are free to parade your horse, your bike, or even a parade float shaped like a giant potato. But if you show up on a camel, the law says, nope, nobody knows exactly why this law exists. Maybe someone tried it. Maybe it was a prank gone too far. Or maybe Idaho just looked at Arizona and said, we draw the line at desert ships. Regardless, this dusty relic of legislative nonsense remains on the books. Enforcing it would be another story. You'd have to find a cop willing to pull over a camel for going 2 miles per hour in a 65 zone. It's the kind of law that makes you wonder what was going so wrong that they felt the need to stop it. Was there a rampant camel riding trend? A Saharan reenactment society gone rogue? The world may never know. And yet, out of all the things banned on Idaho highways, this one's the most bizarre. Unless you count how one of television's founding fathers got his start. In a tiny Idaho town called Rigby, Philo Farnsworth. Idaho's unlikely father of television. When you think of groundbreaking inventions, Idaho probably isn't the first place that springs to mind. But tucked away in Rigby, Idaho, a young genius named Philo Farnsworth was fiddling with ideas that would forever change the way we kill time. Television. That's right. The father of television had some of his earliest brain-melting experiments right here. Far from the glitz and glam of Silicon Valley or New York, Farnsworth was a kid with a wild imagination and an aptitude for electronics before most of us even figured out how to plug in a toaster. At just 14, he scribbled down the concept for an image dissector, the key device for transmitting live images electronically. By the early 1920s, his little workshop in Rigby became the birthplace of what would evolve into the TV screen flickering in your living room now, binge-watching your latest obsession. This wasn't just a small-town hobby. It was a seismic leap in technology. Farnsworth's work was so cutting-edge it stirred fierce patent battles with the giant RCA Corporation, which tried to muscle in on the invention. But Idaho's prodigy stood his ground, carving his name in the annals of history. So while Idaho might be famous for potatoes, it also quietly claims a tech pioneer who changed entertainment forever. A state producing both fries and future? That's a combo no one saw coming. And speaking of unexpected communities, Idaho also boasts something uniquely vibrant, an entire Basque population that makes Boise feel like a tiny slice of Spain. Boise, the Basque capital of the U.S., forget Spanish beaches or tapas bars in Madrid. Boise, Idaho, is home to the largest Basque community outside Spain. Yes, the Basques, a fiercely independent ethnic group known for their mysterious language and hearty celebrations, settled in the middle of the Northwest, where potatoes reign supreme. How did they get here? In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, many Basques came to Idaho to work as sheep herders. Drawn by the vast, rugged landscapes reminiscent of their homeland's rolling hills, they formed tight-knit communities, holding on to traditions like eating lamb stews, playing pelota, a traditional ball game, and throwing one of the most unique festivals you've probably never heard of, the Jayaldi Festival. Every 5 years, Boise transforms with Basque music, dance, food, and a parade, turning Idaho's capital into a cultural fiesta. Walking through Boise's Basque Block is like stepping into a different world. Restaurants serving authentic Basque fare, museums preserving their history, and even pelota courts where locals challenge each other to fast-paced games. It's a cultural gem nestled in the Pacific Northwest's otherwise rugged and rustic vibe. If you think this mix of Basque passion and Idaho wilderness sounds unusual, wait until you hear about a certain museum dedicated to Idaho's favorite tuber and all the spud memorabilia you never knew existed. The Idaho Potato Museum. Spudtacular to the extreme. In Blackfoot, Idaho, there's a shrine dedicated to the humble potato, and it's exactly as ridiculous and amazing as it sounds. The Idaho Potato Museum proudly houses the world's largest collection of spudtacular memorabilia, a treasure trove for anyone who's ever looked at a potato and thought, "You deserve a museum." Step inside, and you'll find everything from vintage potato peelers to antique potato growing equipment. There's even a giant plastic potato. You can't miss it. It practically demands a selfie. This museum is a quirky love letter to the state's claim as the top potato producer in America, a title Idaho wears like a badge of honor. But it's not just a bunch of dusty old tools and oversized tubers. The museum offers hands-on exhibits, fun facts about potato farming, and a detailed history of how this humble vegetable shaped the local economy and culture. For a place dedicated to potatoes, it's surprisingly lively. There's even a tasting room where you can sample classic Idaho potato dishes. And if you thought regulating potatoes was wild, Idaho once had a nut control board that oversaw walnut and filbert production. Because if you're going to manage your crops, why not nuts too? The Nut Control Board, when Idaho took nuts seriously. Picture this. Idaho, the potato state, once had a nut control board whose entire job was to regulate walnuts and filberts. Yes, you read that right. While most of the world obsessively controls their potatoes, Idaho decided to keep an eye on its nuts too. Not the goofy kind, but the edible, crunchy variety. Because apparently, controlling nuts is serious business. The Nut Control Board was created to stabilize prices, regulate production, and keep the nut market from going completely nuts. Imagine bureaucrats sitting around a table debating the fate of walnuts, plotting how many filberts to allow into the wild, wild west of nut farming. It's as if Idaho said, "Potatoes are our claim to fame, but let's not forget the other crunchy crops." Why? Because nuts, much like potatoes, had economic value and farmers needed some order in the chaos of agriculture. The board ensured that the nut growers weren't stepping on each other's shells, or toes, when it came to production quotas and sales. It was an attempt to bring some business sense to the wild nut frontier. The idea of a nut control board might sound absurd now, but it reflects Idaho's broader, slightly obsessive relationship with agriculture and natural resources. This level of organization probably also explains how the state's oldest building, built without a single nail, could survive centuries. The Cataldo Mission, Idaho's nail-free time capsule. Constructed in 1848, the Cataldo Mission is Idaho's oldest standing building, and it's held together without a single nail. Yes, you heard that right. Jesuit missionaries and Native Americans built this architectural marvel using nothing but logs, wooden pegs, and a hell of a lot of determination. This isn't your typical mission church either. It's a sturdy, beautifully preserved piece of history tucked away in the Idaho wilderness. Imagine the ingenuity required to construct an entire building without modern hardware, especially in an era when nails were precious and sometimes hard to come by in the frontier. The Cataldo Mission stands as a testament to collaboration, craftsmanship, and the fusion of Native American and European cultures. For over 170 years, it has weathered storms, fires, and the slow creep of modernity. Walking through it feels like stepping into a time machine, where history whispers from every beam and carved detail. This building isn't just an artifact. It's a symbol of resilience in Idaho's rugged landscape. Kind of like a natural wonder that's taller than something a lot of people actually know about. Shoshone Falls. Taller and mightier than Niagara. Shoshone Falls near Twin Falls isn't just any waterfall. It's actually taller than Niagara Falls, by a solid 45 feet. That's right, Idaho's own Niagara drops 212 feet, while its famous eastern cousin tips over at 167 feet. Yet somehow, Niagara gets all the hype. Shoshone Falls is a jaw-dropping spectacle of nature, often called the Niagara of the West. It's a thunderous cascade that roars louder than your average rock concert and sprays mist that can soak you from miles away. Unlike Niagara, it's surrounded by rugged cliffs and desert scenery, giving it a wild, untamed vibe that feels quintessentially Idaho. Despite its height and power, Shoshone Falls remains an underappreciated natural wonder, overshadowed by its East Coast cousin. It's a perfect example of Idaho's habit of quietly harboring some of the most extreme, jaw-dropping features in the country, except with fewer tourists and more opportunities for selfies with wild river spray. If you're thinking about dancing in the fall's mist, you're in luck. Idaho's official dance is the square dance, because what else pairs better with towering waterfalls and rugged landscapes than a bit of old-school hoedown? Square dance, Idaho's foot-tapping official dance. When you think of Idaho, your mind probably jumps straight to potatoes, mountains, or maybe wild berries, but not necessarily dance floors. Yet, Idaho proudly claims the square dance as its official state dance, a nod to the rhythms that echo through the state's community halls, county fairs, and rustic celebrations. Square dancing is more than just a fun pastime. It's a social glue that ties together generations across Idaho's vast rural landscape. Picture this: groups of 4 couples arranged in perfect squares, calling out figures like do-si-do and Allemande left, their boots tapping in sync to lively fiddle tunes. It's a dance that requires cooperation, timing, and a healthy dose of good humor. qualities that resonate with Idaho's tight-knit communities. Why square dance? Because it's uniquely American, rooted in folk traditions brought by European settlers, but transformed into a distinctly rural cultural expression. It's not flashy or highbrow, but it's genuine and full of life. Just like Idaho itself, from barn dances to summer festivals, the square dance keeps the spirit of community alive. Interestingly, Idaho also has a quirky claim to fame, involving geological formations it jokingly calls a pyramid scheme. No, not your classic business scam. More like volcanic rock pyramids. The craters of the moon, Idaho's volcanic pyramid scheme. Idaho's pyramid scheme isn't a shady investment. It's the Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve, a sprawling landscape of surreal volcanic formations that look like a moon landing gone wrong. This vast lava field is dotted with mysterious cones, tubes, and caves, formed over thousands of years by eruptions that created an alien terrain smack dab in the heart of Idaho. Walking through Craters of the Moon feels like exploring a sci-fi set, with jagged black rock formations jutting into the sky, twisted lava flows, and eerie silence broken only by the crunch of your boots. The nickname pyramid scheme comes from the bizarre, sharp volcanic cones that resemble tiny pyramids scattered across the landscape. But unlike a financial pyramid scheme, this one is totally legit and way cooler. This natural wonder is not only a geological playground, but also a haven for rare plants and animals adapted to its harsh environment. Scientists flock here to study the volcanic activity and the slow dance of nature reclaiming lava fields. It's a reminder that Idaho's wild side doesn't just grow potatoes. It erupts in spectacular, otherworldly beauty. Speaking of spectacular, the town of McCall takes winter to a whole new level with its icy artistry. McCall's Winter Carnival, ice, art, and frozen fun. Every year, the small mountain town of McCall transforms into a frozen wonderland with its legendary Winter Carnival. Imagine towering ice sculptures carved by artists who turn blocks of frozen water into jaw-dropping creations, castles, animals, even mythical beasts that glitter under colorful lights. The carnival is a celebration of winter in a place where snow isn't just a season, it's a way of life. Locals and visitors gather to enjoy snowshoe races, parades, and even ice skating, wrapped in scarves and the warm glow of community spirit. It's the kind of festival that embraces the cold with a big, frosty grin. What makes McCall's Winter Carnival stand out is its ability to blend old-fashioned charm with creative spectacle. The ice sculptures aren't just decorations, they're temporary masterpieces, melting away as the sun rises, reminding everyone to savor the moment. The carnival also honors McCall's history as a logging and recreational hub, connecting Idaho's past to its frosty present. And while the festivities keep spirits warm, the state once had a darker chapter during World War II, hosting internment camps that tell a much grimmer story. World War II internment camps, Idaho's dark chapter. In the shadow of World War II's chaos, Idaho played a role few like to remember. The state was home to several internment camps for Japanese Americans, the most infamous being Minidoka. This camp held thousands of people forcibly relocated from the West Coast, stripped of their homes, businesses, and basic rights, all in the name of wartime paranoia. Minidoka was more than a dusty camp surrounded by barbed wire. It was a community forcibly transplanted into a harsh and unfamiliar landscape, where families struggled to maintain dignity amid injustice. Schools, churches, and gardens popped up inside the fences as internees fought to preserve a semblance of normal life. But normal is a long way from the truth when your freedom is gone, replaced by suspicion and fear. The camp's existence is a chilling reminder of how quickly civil liberties can evaporate under pressure. Idaho's peaceful mountains and open skies hid this troubled story for decades. Today, Minidoka stands as a National Historic Site, a solemn place to reflect on the resilience of those who endured it, and the mistakes that must never be repeated. Ironically, not far from this history is a town with a quirky claim to fame, Wallace, Idaho, the self-proclaimed center of the universe. Wallace, Idaho, the center of the universe, according to a manhole cover. Wallace, Idaho, is a small mining town with a big personality. In 2004, Wallace declared itself the center of the universe, complete with a manhole cover stamped to prove it. It's the kind of self-aware, tongue-in-cheek claim only a town with a sense of humor and a flair for the dramatic could pull off. The designation started as a fun nod to the town's unique geography. Nestled in a narrow valley surrounded by mountains, Wallace's residents decided to embrace the cosmic joke. The manhole cover, emblazoned with the Center of the Universe declaration, has become a popular photo op for tourists and a symbol of the town's quirky pride. Wallace's mining roots run deep, with silver and other minerals fueling its economy for decades. But the center claim gives it a playful twist, a way to stand out in Idaho's rugged landscape of natural wonders and historical oddities. If you're thinking about what else Idaho hides in plain sight, here's a fun fact. Idaho is one of only 2 states with natural hot springs right inside a major city. Spoiler: Boise is one of them. Natural hot springs in cities, Idaho's urban oasis. Hot springs tend to evoke images of remote mountain retreats, but Idaho breaks the mold. Not only does the state boast more hot springs than almost anywhere else, but you can find them bubbling right within city limits. Boise, for instance, is one of only 2 major U.S. cities with natural hot springs, Arkansas being the other. Imagine escaping a chilly winter day by slipping into warm, mineral-rich water just a short walk from downtown. These urban hot springs offer a surprisingly tranquil oasis amid city bustle, blending nature's luxury with convenient access. It's a rare treat that connects city dwellers with Idaho's volcanic and geothermal heart. This geothermal heat doesn't just provide soothing baths. It also powers some of the state's infrastructure, including its unique state capitol building, one of only 2 heated by geothermal energy. So while you're soaking in the springs or admiring the architecture, you're literally experiencing Idaho's fiery core. Speaking of gems from the earth, Idaho's official state gem is as rare as it is beautiful: the star garnet. Star garnet, Idaho's cosmic gem. Nestled deep within Idaho's rugged mountains lies a gem so rare it practically glows with otherworldly magic: the star garnet. Idaho proudly claims it as the official state gem, and with good reason. These precious stones are one of only 2 places on Earth where star garnets can be found in significant quantities, the other being India. That's right, Idaho is basically a cosmic jewelry box. What makes star garnets so special? It's their unique star-shaped pattern called asterism, which appears when light hits the gem just right. Imagine holding a piece of the night sky in your hand, a shimmering celestial glow frozen inside a gemstone. This rare optical phenomenon sets the star garnet apart from your everyday bling. Mining star garnets isn't for the faint of heart either. They're hidden in remote locations, embedded in tough rock that requires patience, skill, and sometimes sheer stubbornness to extract. Collectors and jewelers prize these gems for their beauty and rarity, making Idaho a secret hotspot for gemstone enthusiasts. The star garnet is a sparkling symbol of Idaho's hidden treasures, both literal and metaphorical. But it's not just minerals that have put Idaho on the map. Skiing aficionados owe a debt to a place that revolutionized winter sports in America: Sun Valley Resort, America's first ski destination. In 1936, Idaho became the unlikely birthplace of the first destination ski resort in the United States, Sun Valley. This wasn't just any ski hill, it was a game changer. Long before skiing became a national obsession or a multi-million-dollar industry, Sun Valley offered a glimpse of what winter tourism could be. Imagine crisp mountain air, perfectly groomed slopes, and the luxury of a ski resort designed not just for local thrill seekers, but for out-of-towners seeking a glamorous escape. Sun Valley attracted Hollywood stars, sports legends, and outdoor enthusiasts alike, making Idaho a cool spot on the American leisure map. The resort's creation involved visionary planning including the first ever chairlift, an invention that revolutionized how people experience the slopes. This innovation meant less time climbing and more time shredding, forever changing winter sports culture. Sun Valley's influence ripples through Idaho's identity, blending rugged wilderness with refined recreation. It's a place where powder hounds and luxury seekers find common ground, embodying Idaho's knack for mixing extremes. From snowy slopes to rushing rivers, Idaho's natural playground continues with more whitewater miles than any other state in the lower 48. Whitewater rivers, Idaho's liquid thrills. If you thought Idaho was just about calm lakes and mountain vistas, think again. This state boasts more miles of whitewater rivers than any other in the lower 48. That means endless rapids, roaring currents, and adrenaline-pumping adventures for anyone brave enough to grab a paddle or just watch in awe. From the Wild Snake River to the scenic Salmon River, Idaho's waterways offer a playground for kayakers, rafters, and thrill seekers. The rapids range from beginner-friendly waves to heart-stopping Grade 5 class fury that will leave you gasping for breath and high-fiving your crew. These rivers aren't just fun. They're lifeblood for local ecosystems and a vital part of Idaho's rugged landscape. They carve through canyons, nourish wildlife, and provide endless opportunities for adventure tourism. Idaho's claim to whitewater fame is a perfect example of its extremes, from serene potato fields to wild, untamed rivers. And when it comes to state pride, there's nothing more Idahoan than the rodeo. Rodeo, Idaho's state sport and Wild West showdown. When you think of Idaho's state sport, the image of cowboys, bulls, and dust clouds probably comes to mind. And you wouldn't be wrong. Rodeo holds the official title, fitting perfectly with the state's rugged frontier spirit. It's a sport that's as much about skill and grit as it is about tradition and showmanship. Rodeo in Idaho isn't just a weekend pastime. It's a cultural cornerstone, deeply woven into the identity of many small towns and rural communities. From bull riding that tests nerves of steel to barrel racing where lightning-fast precision wins the day, rodeos bring excitement, competition, and a hearty dose of good old-fashioned Americana. Idaho's rodeo season is packed with events, including the legendary Snake River Stampede in Nampa, one of the oldest rodeos in the country. It's a must-see spectacle where cowboys and cowgirls showcase their daring and determination, cheered on by enthusiastic crowds waving flags and shouting encouragement. But rodeo isn't just about entertainment. It's a celebration of Idaho's history and values, self-reliance, hard work, and respect for the land and animals. The rodeo arena is where tradition meets adrenaline, reminding everyone that Idaho's frontier spirit is alive and kicking. Speaking of history and trails, a significant portion of the Oregon Trail passed through Idaho, leaving behind physical marks and stories still visible today. The Oregon Trail, Idaho's historic wagon road. Long before highways and cars, there was the Oregon Trail, a rugged, perilous route that thousands of pioneers took to reach the promising lands of the West. A significant stretch of this iconic trail winds through Idaho, leaving behind visible ruts carved deep into the earth by countless wagon wheels. Traveling the Oregon Trail was no joke. Families faced harsh weather, treacherous river crossings, disease, and the constant threat of running out of supplies. Idaho's portion was particularly challenging, with steep mountain passes and arid stretches that tested endurance and hope. The trail left an indelible mark on Idaho's landscape and history. Today, you can still see wagon tracks in places like the City of Rocks and along the Snake River, silent reminders of the thousands who braved the journey. These physical scars connect modern Idahoans to a time when courage and determination were the currency of survival. The Oregon Trail's legacy is a testament to the relentless spirit that shaped Idaho. And it also reminds us that behind Idaho's rustic towns lie stories of settlers building communities, like the Mormon pioneers who constructed a magnificent tabernacle in the town of Paris. Paris Tabernacle, a monument to pioneer faith and fortitude. In the small town of Paris, Idaho, stands a grand testament to the determination and faith of Mormon pioneers, a magnificent tabernacle built in the late 19th century. This impressive structure wasn't just a church. It was the heart of a community, a place where settlers gathered to worship, celebrate, and find strength in a harsh new land. Constructing the Perce Tabernacle was no small feat. It took years of hard labor, local materials, and a commitment that bordered on obsession. The result is a stunning building with thick walls, elegant arches, and a towering spire that can be seen for miles. It's a symbol of both spiritual devotion and architectural skill. Crafted by hands hardened by frontier life, the tabernacle served as a hub for religious services, social gatherings, and community events, anchoring Perce as a beacon of stability and hope in Idaho's wilderness. Even today, it draws visitors intrigued by its history and craftsmanship, standing proudly as a reminder of the pioneers' resilience. And while Idaho's communities grew and thrived, the state itself earned a title that would become synonymous with its identity: the Potato State. Idaho. The Potato State. When you think of Idaho, what immediately springs to mind? Chances are it's the humble potato, and for good reason. Idaho is the leading producer of potatoes in the United States, a fact that has cemented its nickname, the Potato State. This isn't just a cute marketing gimmick. It's a fundamental part of Idaho's economy, culture, and identity. Idaho's perfect combination of rich volcanic soil, climate, and irrigation make it ideal for growing the starchy tubers that fuel everything from fast food fries to gourmet dishes. Millions of pounds of potatoes roll out of Idaho's fields every year, feeding America and the world with their buttery, fluffy goodness. The state even boasts a dedicated Idaho Potato Commission to promote and protect this culinary superstar. But potatoes in Idaho aren't just food. They're a source of pride and creativity. From festivals to museums, Idahoans celebrate the spud with passion. There's even a giant potato statue, an annual potato drop on New Year's Eve, and a vast industry dedicated to perfecting the potato's journey from dirt to dinner plate. In Idaho, potatoes are more than crops. They're a lifestyle. Yet Idaho's knack for innovation doesn't stop at agriculture. In 1982, Boise became home to a groundbreaking moment in energy history. Boise's geothermal power plant, the first of its kind. In 1982, Boise made history by hosting the world's first commercial power plant to generate electricity using geothermal energy. This wasn't just a small-town experiment. It was a pioneering leap into renewable energy that showcased Idaho's forward-thinking spirit. Geothermal energy taps into the Earth's natural heat to produce electricity, a clean and sustainable alternative to fossil fuels. Boise's plant marked the beginning of a new era, proving that this green technology could work on a commercial scale, powering homes and businesses while reducing carbon footprints. The plant is a perfect match for Idaho's geology. Volcanic activity and underground heat sources provide a natural resource that few states can claim. This innovation also fits Idaho's broader approach to energy, which includes the unique heating of its state capitol building and other facilities. Boise's geothermal plant stands as a symbol of Idaho's blend of tradition and technology, grounded in natural resources, but looking ahead. And speaking of natural resources, Idaho's official raptor flies high across the state. The Peregrine falcon, Idaho's official state raptor. Idaho's skies are home to a fierce and graceful predator, the peregrine falcon, the state's official raptor. Known as the fastest bird on the planet, capable of diving at speeds over 200 miles per hour, the peregrine falcon is a perfect emblem of Idaho's wild and untamed spirit. These sleek hunters patrol Idaho's cliffs, mountains, and open landscapes, where their keen eyesight and lightning-fast strikes make them top avian predators. Peregrines play a crucial role in balancing ecosystems by controlling populations of smaller birds and rodents. The falcon's comeback story is as impressive as its speed. After facing near extinction in the mid-20th century due to pesticide use, concerted conservation efforts in Idaho and across the U.S. helped bring peregrines back from the brink. Today, they soar proudly, a symbol of resilience and environmental stewardship. Idaho's reverence for this majestic bird reflects the state's broader commitment to preserving its wilderness, an attitude embodied by the expansive Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness area, the largest contiguous wilderness in the lower 48 states. Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness, the untamed giant. Sprawling across nearly 3.5 million acres, the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness isn't just a wilderness area. It's the largest contiguous wilderness in the lower 48 states. That means one massive, unbroken expanse of wild Idaho, stretching farther than your road trip playlist can handle. Filled with jagged peaks, rushing rivers, and forests so dense they seem to swallow sound. Named after Senator Frank Church, a fierce advocate for preserving natural landscapes, this wilderness is as remote and rugged as it sounds. The River of No Return nickname isn't just poetic, it's a warning. The Salmon River carves through this territory, offering some of the most challenging whitewater rafting in the country. Get swept away here, and you're not just in the wild, you're at the mercy of it. This vast wilderness is a sanctuary for wildlife, including wolves, elk, and mountain lions. It's a place where nature reigns supreme, untouched by roads or development, reminding visitors what the American West looked like before chainsaws and pavement arrived. The Frank Church Wilderness represents Idaho's dedication to protecting the raw, wild spirit that defines the state. And yet, back in the 1860s, Idaho's largest city was far from wilderness. It was a booming gold rush metropolis, outshining even Portland and Seattle. Idaho City, the Pacific Northwest's forgotten giant. Long before Boise was the bustling capital it is today, Idaho City ruled the region. During the 1860s gold rush, this mining town swelled to become the largest city in the Pacific Northwest, outstripping Portland and Seattle in population and hustle. Gold fever turned Idaho City into a wild frontier metropolis, full of prospectors, saloons, and the kind of lawlessness that inspired countless Western legends. The city was a chaotic mix of fortune hunters and entrepreneurs, all chasing the gleam of gold hidden in nearby streams and hills. Streets buzzed with activity, and the promise of wealth pulled people from across the country into this rugged mountain town. Idaho City's rapid growth, however, was as fleeting as gold itself. As the mines dried up, the population dwindled, and the city slowly faded into history. Today, its old buildings and dusty streets stand as a time capsule, offering a glimpse of the gold rush era's grit and glory. While Idaho City's fortunes rose and fell, the state flower quietly bloomed and took its place as an enduring symbol of Idaho's natural beauty. Syringa, Idaho's delicate state flower. The syringa, also known as the mock orange, is Idaho's official state flower. Don't be fooled by the delicate, creamy white blossoms. It packs more symbolism than you might expect. Chosen in 1931, the syringa represents the natural charm and simple elegance that mirror Idaho's landscape and spirit. The syringa thrives in Idaho's climate, blooming in late spring and filling the air with a sweet, citrus-like fragrance that hints at fresh beginnings. Its beauty is subtle but enduring, much like the state itself, sometimes overshadowed by mountains and rivers, but always quietly asserting its presence. For Idahoans, the syringa is more than just a flower. It's a reminder of home and heritage, often found gracing front yards, parks, and public gardens. It's a small but meaningful emblem of growth, resilience, and the understated beauty of the gem state. Idaho's official symbols get even more interesting when you consider its quirky culinary scene, including a deep-fried mystery meat known as finger steaks. Finger steaks, Idaho's deep-fried mystery meat. Move over, fries. Idaho's got a culinary wild card that's as weird as it is delicious. Finger steaks. Imagine strips of beef, battered, deep-fried, and served with a side of mystery, and maybe some fry sauce. This local favorite is comfort food taken to the extreme, and it perfectly captures Idaho's playful yet rugged spirit. Finger steaks are the kind of dish you either love or wonder why anyone thought it was a good idea. Originating in the mid-20th century, these crispy meat fingers quickly became a staple at diners, fairs, and bars across the state. They're like chicken fingers' beefy cousin, only with a lot more crunch and flavor. What's the appeal? For starters, they're incredibly addictive. Crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. Plus, they're easy to eat. Perfect for a quick snack or a hearty meal. Idahoans love them dipped in ranch, barbecue sauce, or their secret weapon, fry sauce. Finger steaks might not win any awards for elegance, but they're a cultural icon, a greasy, glorious reminder that Idahoans take their food seriously, even if it's deep-fried strips of beef. And if you're hungry for more, Idaho's love for larger-than-life celebrations continues with its annual Paul Bunyan Days in the town of St. Maries. Paul Bunyan Days, lumberjack legends, live large. Every year, the town of St. Maries transforms into a celebration of all things lumberjack during Paul Bunyan Days. This festival honors the legendary giant of North American folklore, a symbol of strength, wilderness, and good old-fashioned hard work. The event is a lively mix of logging competitions, parades, live music, and family-friendly fun. Watch as competitors wrestle with chainsaws, chop wood at breakneck speed, and show off feats of strength that make you wonder if they might just be Paul Bunyan's secret descendants. It's a loud, proud tribute to Idaho's logging heritage, reminding everyone how much the timber industry shaped the state's economy and culture. Paul Bunyan Days isn't just about nostalgia. It's a roaring, energetic festival that brings communities together. From sawdust flying to laughter echoing through the pines, it captures the spirit of the Idaho outdoors and the people who've worked the land for generations. If you want a real taste of Idaho's cultural mix, just head to Boise's Basque Block, where traditions from across the ocean meet the American West. Basque Block, Boise, a slice of Spain and Idaho. In the heart of Boise lies the Basque Block, a vibrant cultural enclave that's home to the largest Basque community outside of Spain. This little slice of Europe is packed with restaurants, museums, and cultural events that celebrate Basque heritage, language, and traditions. Walking through the Basque Block feels like stepping into a fiesta, complete with the aroma of lamb stews, the sounds of traditional music, and the sight of locals dancing the intricate steps of Basque folk dances. It's a cultural hub where history lives on and evolves, connecting Idahoans to a rich heritage that dates back centuries. The Basque Block hosts festivals, educational programs, and culinary experiences that invite everyone to join the celebration. It's a testament to how immigrant communities can shape and enrich a place, turning Boise into a unique cultural mosaic. From Basque festivals to volcanic pyramid schemes, Idaho's extremes keep coming, and next up is one of its most surreal landscapes, the craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve, Hell's Canyon, the secret gorge. Deeper than the Grand Canyon, Idaho hides a secret beneath its rugged terrain, a gorge so deep and wild it makes the Grand Canyon look like a shallow puddle. Welcome to Hell's Canyon, North America's deepest river gorge, plunging a staggering 7,900 feet from rim to riverbed. This isn't just a scenic wonder. It's a colossal testament to nature's raw power and Idaho's penchant for extremes. Hell's Canyon slices through the borders of Idaho and Oregon, carved by the Snake River over millions of years. The canyon's sheer walls rise dramatically, cloaked in pine forests and dotted with wildlife that thrives in this isolated wilderness. The roar of the river echoes through the canyon, offering some of the best whitewater rafting experiences in the country for adrenaline junkies. But don't let its beauty fool you. Hell's Canyon is a rugged, unforgiving landscape where survival depends on respect for nature's might. It's also a place rich in history, from Native American tribes who lived along the river to early settlers and miners drawn by the promise of gold. For those who crave mystery and adventure, Hell's Canyon is Idaho's hidden gem, a wild gorge that dwarfs expectations and challenges anyone brave enough to explore it. From one hidden marvel to another, Idaho's motto, Esto Perpetua, perfectly captures the spirit of endurance and timelessness you'll find here. Esto Perpetua. Idaho's motto and its meaning. Esto Perpetua, Latin for let it be perpetual, is Idaho's state motto, a phrase that speaks volumes about the state's ethos. It's a call for endurance, continuity, and the preservation of the values and natural beauty that define Idaho. Far from a dusty Latin relic, this motto resonates deeply with the state's rugged character. Adopted in the late 19th century, the phrase embodies Idaho's commitment to preserving its wilderness, communities, and way of life amid rapid change. It's a reminder that the wild landscapes, pioneering spirit, and cultural heritage should endure forever, untouched by fleeting trends or reckless development. Esto Perpetua is a silent but powerful presence, etched on state buildings, used in ceremonies, and whispered by Idahoans who see themselves as guardians of a legacy bigger than themselves. This motto also subtly hints at Idaho's knack for unexpected appearances in pop culture, like the filming of the 2001 movie Jackpot, starring Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz. Jackpot, Idaho's moment on the silver screen. When you think of Hollywood filming locations, Idaho probably isn't the first place that pops into your head. But in 2001, the movie Jackpot, starring Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz, put Idaho on the cinematic map. Parts of the film were shot right in the state, showcasing Idaho's unique landscapes and small-town charm. Jackpot is a dark comedy that blends quirky characters with offbeat humor. Much like Idaho itself, if you squint hard enough, the film uses Idaho's rustic settings to enhance its story, contrasting the mundane with the absurd, in a way that only the Gem State's rugged backdrop could provide. While the movie didn't become a blockbuster, it added a layer of pop culture trivia to Idaho's diverse identity. It showed the world that Idaho isn't just about potatoes and wilderness, it's also a place where stories come to life. Sometimes bizarre, and always interesting. And speaking of bizarre, Idaho's New Year's Eve tradition might be the quirkiest way to ring in the new year anywhere in the country. The Idaho Potato Drop. Idaho Potato Drop. Ringing in the new year, Idaho style. Forget the crystal ball in Times Square. Idaho has its own unique way to welcome the new year, and it involves a giant glowing potato. Every New Year's Eve, Boise hosts the Idaho Potato Drop, a quirky, beloved event where a massive illuminated potato slowly descends as the clock strikes midnight. This isn't just a novelty. It's a celebration of Idaho's most famous export, the humble potato, elevated to iconic status. The giant spud, perched atop a building downtown, is lowered amid cheers, fireworks, and live music, uniting thousands of locals in a shared moment of festive absurdity. It's a perfect blend of small-town charm and grand spectacle, capturing Idaho's playful spirit and pride in its agricultural roots. The event has grown over the years, becoming a major draw for families and visitors alike. There's a party atmosphere with food vendors, kids' activities, and lots of potato-themed jokes. Because why not? The Potato Drop embodies Idaho's ability to turn something simple into a full-blown celebration. Proof that in this state, even a tuber can be a star. And if you want to dive deeper into Idaho's roots, the Nez Perce National Historical Park preserves the stories and sites of one of the region's most important Native American tribes. Nez Perce National Historical Park, preserving a proud heritage. Spread across 4 states but with a strong presence in Idaho, the Nez Perce National Historical Park honors the history, culture, and struggles of the Nez Perce people. Comprising 38 sites, many in Idaho, the park tells a complex story of a proud tribe whose lands once spanned vast regions of the Pacific Northwest. The Nez Perce are known for their expert horsemanship, intricate art, and deep connection to the land. The park includes traditional villages, battlefields, and trails, offering visitors a window into the tribe's rich heritage. It's a place of reflection and education, highlighting both the tribe's achievements and the painful chapters of displacement and conflict. Through museums, guided tours, and cultural events, the park keeps Nez Perce traditions alive, fostering respect and understanding. It stands as a vital reminder that Idaho's history is layered, shaped by indigenous peoples long before statehood. From ancient traditions to modern conservation, Idaho's World Center for Birds of Prey in Boise continues the legacy of protecting natural wonders, especially its majestic raptors. World Center for Birds of Prey, Guardians of the Sky. Nestled in Boise, the World Center for Birds of Prey is a beacon of conservation and research dedicated to protecting raptors, including Idaho's own peregrine falcon. This center isn't just a zoo. It's a cutting-edge facility focused on education, rehabilitation, and breeding programs for birds of prey. Visitors get up close with eagles, hawks, falcons, and owls, learning about their vital role in ecosystems and the challenges they face, from habitat loss and pollution. The center's work has helped revive endangered species and raised awareness about the importance of preserving wild habitats. With interactive exhibits, flight demonstrations, and educational outreach, the center connects people to the natural world in a way that's both inspiring and eye-opening. It's a testament to Idaho's commitment to balancing progress with stewardship, showing that even amid modern life, the call of the wild remains loud and clear. Speaking of Idaho's industries, it's home to the world's largest sawmill, a reminder that lumber still shapes the state's economy and culture. World's largest sawmill. Idaho's lumber giant. In the heart of Grangeville, Idaho, stands a lumber giant that's hard to miss, the world's largest sawmill. This behemoth isn't just a factory. It's a symbol of Idaho's deep connection to its vast forests and timber industry. For decades, the sawmill has been churning out lumber that builds homes, furniture, and everything in between, supporting local economies and shaping communities. Idaho's dense forests provide a seemingly endless supply of timber, and the Grangeville mill harnesses this resource with industrial might. The operation runs 24/7, processing millions of board feet of wood each year. It's a noisy, bustling place where the scent of fresh-cut pine hangs heavy in the air and the hum of machinery blends with the calls of nearby birds. This sawmill isn't just about raw production, it's also about sustainability. Responsible forestry practices ensure the woods remain healthy and productive for future generations. The mill's existence reflects Idaho's balance between economic growth and environmental stewardship. While lumber remains a cornerstone, Idaho's state tree, the majestic western white pine, stands as a living emblem of these forests and the beauty they bring to the landscape. Western white pine, Idaho's towering state tree. The western white pine towers over Idaho's forests, a stately symbol of strength and longevity. Chosen as the state tree, it represents more than just timber. It's a living icon of the state's natural heritage. These pines can grow over 150 feet tall, their straight trunks prized for their quality wood. Historically, western white pines were crucial to Idaho's logging industry, supporting communities and economies. Their soft, light wood was perfect for everything from building homes to crafting furniture. But the western white pine has faced challenges, including devastating outbreaks of white pine blister rust, a fungal disease that has thinned its numbers. Conservation efforts are underway to protect and restore this majestic tree, preserving its role in Idaho's forests and culture. Walking through a stand of western white pines, you feel the quiet majesty of Idaho's wilderness, a reminder that behind every timber mill is a story of resilience and renewal. Speaking of natural resilience, the town of Hagerman is famous for fossils that reveal Idaho's prehistoric past, including an extinct horse species. Hagerman fossil beds. Idaho's window to prehistory. Hagerman, Idaho may seem like a quiet town, but it's a treasure trove for paleontologists. The Hagerman fossil beds are world-renowned for their rich collection of fossils, including the Hagerman horse, an extinct species that roamed North America millions of years ago. This site offers a unique glimpse into the Pliocene epoch about 3.5 million years ago, when Idaho's climate was warmer and ecosystems vastly different. Excavations have uncovered fossils of ancient horses, camels, mastodons, and countless other creatures, painting a vivid picture of life long before humans arrived. The Hagerman Fossil Beds National Monument preserves this extraordinary record, featuring a visitor center and trails where you can explore fossil sites and learn about the region's ancient past. It's a place where science meets adventure, sparking curiosity and awe. These fossils remind us that Idaho's story isn't just about potatoes and mountains. It's written in stone, tracing back millions of years to a world both familiar and alien. From ancient horses to geothermal wonders, Idaho's extremes never fail to surprise. Idaho's geothermal heating, Capitol building's fiery secret. Idaho's state capitol building in Boise isn't just a beautiful symbol of governance. It's also one of only 2 state capitals in the entire country heated by geothermal energy. That means the warmth radiating through its marble halls comes straight from the Earth's own heat, tapping into natural underground reservoirs to keep lawmakers cozy during chilly Idaho winters. This geothermal heating system is more than just eco-friendly bragging rights. It's a practical example of Idaho's commitment to sustainable energy. By using the Earth's internal heat, the Capitol reduces reliance on fossil fuels, cuts costs, and shows how technology can harmonize with nature. The system pumps heated water from beneath the ground, circulating it through the building's pipes, a quiet but powerful testament to innovation rooted in local resources. Geothermal heating reflects Idaho's unique geology. Volcanic activity and subterranean heat sources are abundant here, providing clean energy that benefits both people and the environment. It's a reminder that Idaho's identity isn't just about rugged wilderness or potatoes, but also about embracing modern solutions grounded in the natural world. This pioneering spirit extends to another Idaho first: the building of the nation's inaugural U.S. Forest Service Fire Lookout Tower, also here in Idaho. The first U.S. Forest Service Fire Lookout Tower, Idaho's watchful eye. In 1905, Idaho became home to the very first U.S. Forest Service Fire Lookout Tower, a small but mighty sentinel perched high in the mountains, tasked with spotting the faintest hint of smoke before it could turn into a raging wildfire. This was a groundbreaking innovation in forest management, representing the nation's growing commitment to protecting its natural resources. The tower's watchmen, often stationed for weeks at a time, braved isolation and harsh weather to scan endless expanses of forest for signs of danger. Their vigilance saved countless acres of wilderness from destruction, marking the beginning of modern wildfire prevention efforts. This modest tower laid the foundation for a nationwide network of lookout stations, each one an outpost of early environmental stewardship. It's a symbol of Idaho's deep relationship with its forests and the hard work required to keep them safe. Fire prevention remains vital today, especially as Idaho continues to lead in trout production, balancing natural beauty with economic importance. Idaho's trout industry, a river of opportunity. Idaho isn't just famous for potatoes and wilderness, it's also a powerhouse in trout production. The state's clean rivers and lakes create perfect habitats for trout, making Idaho a leading producer of this prized fish in the United States. The trout industry blends tradition with modern aquaculture techniques, providing high-quality fish for both local consumption and export. Trout farming supports rural economies and outdoor recreational industries alike, with fishing tourism drawing enthusiasts eager to catch these prized sport fish. Idaho's reputation for pristine waters isn't accidental. Conservation efforts and careful water management ensure that rivers remain healthy and ecosystems balanced, allowing trout populations to thrive. The cutthroat trout, Idaho's official state fish, symbolizes this commitment, embodying both natural beauty and economic vitality. From its geothermal heat to its sparkling trout-filled rivers, Idaho is a state of dynamic contrasts and enduring natural wealth, a place where innovation and nature flow side by side. Spirit of Boise Balloon. Classic. A sky-high celebration. Every year, Boise's skies fill with vibrant color during the Spirit of Boise Balloon Classic, a spectacular hot air balloon festival that draws crowds from across the region. For several days, dozens of balloons, brightly patterned and gracefully soaring, transform the cityscape into a kaleidoscope of floating art. This festival isn't just about eye candy. It's a celebration of adventure and community spirit. Pilots from around the country come to show off their skills, navigating the winds and lighting up the early morning sky. Spectators line the streets, enjoying food, music, and family-friendly activities, all while marveling at these massive balloons gently drifting overhead. The event embodies Idaho's love for the outdoors and its knack for hosting memorable, larger-than-life experiences. It's a reminder that Idaho's wonders aren't just on the ground, but soaring above it, too. Cutthroat trout, Idaho's official state fish. The cutthroat trout isn't just any fish. It's Idaho's official state fish and a true icon of the state's pristine waterways. With its distinctive red slash marks under the jaw, the cutthroat is both a native species and a symbol of Idaho's commitment to preserving its rich aquatic ecosystems. Found in cold, clear mountain streams, rivers, and lakes, the cutthroat trout thrives in the kind of unspoiled habitats Idaho is famous for. It's prized by anglers for its fighting spirit and beauty, making fishing for cutthroat a favorite pastime that blends sport with a deep appreciation for nature. This trout isn't just a recreational catch. It plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of Idaho's freshwater ecosystems. Conservation programs across the state focus on protecting its habitat from pollution, invasive species, and habitat loss, ensuring future generations can experience the thrill of spotting or catching one. The cutthroat trout is a living testament to Idaho's rugged, wild spirit, embodying the purity of the state's rivers and lakes. And speaking of natural wonders, the small town of Stanley offers some of the most breathtaking views and darkest night skies, perfect for stargazing. Stanley, Idaho. Gateway to the Sawtooth Mountains and Stargazer's Paradise. Nestled in the shadow of the majestic Sawtooth Mountains, Stanley is a small town with a big reputation for natural beauty. Visitors come here for sweeping mountain vistas, crystal-clear alpine lakes, and the chance to disconnect from the chaos of modern life. But Stanley's true claim to fame is its incredibly dark night skies, some of the darkest in the continental United States. Oh, far from city lights, the stars here blaze in the night like diamonds on black velvet, making Stanley a paradise for astronomers and casual stargazers alike. Whether you're camping by a fire or enjoying the view from a cozy cabin, the night sky in Stanley offers a celestial spectacle. The Milky Way arches overhead, meteors streak across the darkness, and constellations come alive with astonishing clarity. Stanley is a reminder that Idaho's extremes aren't just about altitude or wilderness. They extend to the cosmos itself. From statefish to starry nights, Idaho keeps surprising with its blend of down-to-earth ruggedness and sky-high wonder. Idaho Spud Candy Bar. Sweet, chocolatey, and unapologetically Idahoan. In the world of candy bars, the Idaho Spud stands out like a beacon of regional pride and quirky flavor. This chocolate-covered marshmallow bar, sprinkled with coconut flakes, was born right in Idaho, proving that the state's culinary creativity extends far beyond potatoes. The Idaho Spud is a nostalgic treat for locals, combining fluffy marshmallow with a rich cocoa coating and a distinctive texture from the shredded coconut. It's sweet, satisfying, and a little bit weird. Exactly the kind of candy that becomes a cult classic. It's the kind of bar that makes you wonder why it isn't a household name everywhere. While it pays homage to Idaho's famous crop in name only, there are no potatoes inside. The Idaho Spud carries that same spirit of down-home charm and unmistakable identity. It's been a favorite for generations, a taste of Idaho's confectionery history that's both comforting and unique. So next time you think about Idaho's edible exports, remember it's not all fries and finger steaks. There's also a candy bar that's as sweet and surprising as the state itself. Speaking of surprises, Idaho's geothermal activity didn't just warm its kitchens. It powered the nation's first commercial geothermal power plant in Boise, Idaho. The hot springs capital of the U.S., Idaho, boasts more natural hot springs than any other state. Over 130 known springs scattered across its rugged terrain. These geothermal gems are a soothing gift from the Earth's fiery core, offering warm, mineral-rich waters that have attracted people for centuries. From rustic pools hidden in remote wilderness to developed resorts with all the amenities, Idaho's hot springs provide relaxation, healing, and a connection to nature. Locals and tourists alike soak in these steamy sanctuaries to escape cold winters, soothe aching muscles, or just unwind under a starry sky. What makes Idaho's hot springs special isn't just quantity, but variety. You'll find bubbling mud pots, crystal clear pools, and even soaking tubs built into natural rock formations. Each has its own unique mineral composition, believed to aid everything from skin conditions to stress relief. Hot springs have long been a part of Native American traditions, pioneer survival, and now modern wellness culture, weaving together Idaho's past and present in a warm embrace. If Idaho's soothing waters can't calm your nerves, perhaps the legendary Evel Knievel's daring 1974 stunt will give you a thrill. Evel Knievel's Snake River Canyon jump, Idaho's daredevil moment. In 1974, daredevil Evel Knievel attempted one of the most audacious stunts in history, a rocket-powered jump across the Snake River Canyon near Twin Falls, Idaho. Though the jump ended in failure when his parachute deployed prematurely, the event catapulted Idaho into the national spotlight. Knievel's attempt was a spectacle of guts, engineering, and pure showmanship. Tens of thousands gathered to watch the Sky Cycle rocket soar over the canyon's dizzying depths, holding their breath as Knievel risked life and limb to make the impossible leap. The failed jump didn't diminish Knievel's legend or Idaho's thrill-seeker reputation. Instead, it became a defining moment, embedding Twin Falls in the annals of extreme sports history and inspiring generations of adventurers. Today, you can visit the launch site and the nearby visitor center dedicated to Knievel's legacy, reminding us all that Idaho isn't just about quiet landscapes. It's a state that embraces the wild and the daring. Mountain bluebird, Idaho's vibrant state bird. With its brilliant blue plumage and melodic song, the mountain bluebird is more than just a pretty face. It's Idaho's official state bird and a symbol of the state's clear skies and open landscapes. This small bird, with a splash of intense turquoise, lights up meadows and mountainsides, perfectly matching Idaho's vast wilderness and bright spirit. Mountain bluebirds thrive in Idaho's diverse habitats, from sagebrush plains to high alpine zones. Their presence signals the changing seasons as they arrive in spring, bringing color and life after long winters. They feed on insects and berries, darting gracefully across open fields, a favorite sight for birdwatchers and nature lovers alike. The choice of the mountain bluebird as a state symbol reflects Idaho's connection to its natural environment and the importance of preserving these habitats. It's a bird that embodies freedom, beauty, and resilience, the very qualities Idahoans admire in themselves and their rugged surroundings. World's largest potato, Idaho's spud statue superstar. At the Idaho Potato Museum in Blackfoot, you'll find an attraction so big it's impossible to miss: the world's largest potato. Of course, it's not a real potato, imagine the mess, but a gigantic, perfectly crafted statue that celebrates Idaho's most famous crop in spectacular style. This oversized spud is more than just a roadside curiosity. It's a proud emblem of Idaho's identity as the nation's potato powerhouse. Standing tall and unmistakable, it draws visitors from around the world who want to snap a selfie with this larger-than-life tuber. It's both goofy and grand, a perfect reflection of Idaho's love for its agricultural roots and its playful spirit. The world's largest potato symbolizes the state's deep connection to farming, hard work, and the humble spud's journey from soil to table. It's a quirky landmark that says, yes, potatoes matter here, and we're not afraid to show it. Smelterville, Idaho, a town named for its industrial roots. If you're cruising through Idaho and come across a town called Smelterville, You're looking at a place named for its smelting industry, a nod to the state's mining past. Smelterville is a small town that grew up around the smelting of metals like lead and silver, crucial to Idaho's economic boom during the mining rush. The name Smelterville tells a story of grit, industry, and the rugged work ethic that shaped much of Idaho's development. Towns like this sprung up in the late 19th and early 20th centuries as mining companies extracted valuable ores and processed them right on site. While the smelting industry has faded over time, Smelterville remains a living reminder of Idaho's roots in mining and metallurgy. A state with a complex history beyond potatoes and mountains. Next up, Idaho's Idaho Shakespeare Festival, proving the state has a cultural streak as well. Idaho Shakespeare Festival. Bard in the Gem State. When you think Idaho, Shakespeare might not be the first thing that pops into your mind. But tucked away in Boise is the Idaho Shakespeare Festival, a cultural gem that brings the Bard's timeless plays to life under the open sky. Since 1977, this festival has been a celebration of theater, community, and storytelling, proof that Idaho's arts scene runs as deep as its rivers. Set in the heart of Boise's scenic Julia Davis Park, the festival offers a summer series of outdoor performances, blending classic Shakespearean drama with contemporary plays and original works. Audience members bring blankets and lawn chairs, settling in for evenings filled with sword fights, sonnets, and more than a little comic relief. The Idaho Shakespeare Festival isn't just about entertainment. It's a beacon for education and outreach, engaging schools and youth groups to nurture the next generation of actors and lovers of literature. The festival's success speaks to Idaho's diverse identity, a state rooted in rugged landscapes yet blossoming with creative energy. This blend of history and culture is fitting for a state that's seen its share of conflicts, including the Bannock War of 1878, a lesser-known but significant chapter in the Pacific Northwest's turbulent past. The Bannock War of 1878, Idaho's last major Indian conflict. The Bannock War of 1878 marked one of the last major armed conflicts between Native American tribes and the U.S. government in the Pacific Northwest. Centered in Idaho, this war was fought largely between the Bannock and Paiute tribes and federal forces, sparked by tensions over land, resources, and the encroachment of settlers. The Bannocks were reacting to years of broken treaties, loss of hunting grounds, and starvation, fueling a desperate fight to protect their way of life. The conflict included skirmishes, raids, and battles across Idaho's rugged terrain, highlighting the broader struggle of Native Americans during westward expansion. Though the war was relatively brief, it left a lasting impact on the region, accelerating the confinement of tribes to reservations and altering the cultural landscape. Today, it's a somber reminder of the challenges indigenous peoples faced and the resilience they demonstrated amid upheaval. Idaho's history of resilience extends into its quirky place names, including the story behind the mining town of Kellogg and its unusual naming origin. Kellogg, Idaho. Named after an ass named Bunker. You might expect a town to be named after a famous person or a natural feature. But Kellogg, Idaho has a story as odd as it is charming. It was named after an ass named Bunker. The story goes that this mule was instrumental in the discovery of lead ore in the area during the mining boom. According to local lore, Bunker the mule was the first to stumble upon signs of rich lead deposits, kicking up interest that would lead to Kellogg becoming a bustling mining town. This quirky naming honors the mule's contribution in a way that only Idaho could appreciate. A blend of humor and history wrapped in frontier grit. Kellogg grew rapidly during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, fueled by mining and smelting industries that shaped much of northern Idaho's economy. The town's legacy is a mix of hard labor, small-town charm, and the occasional animal hero. From mules to historic railroads, Idaho's story is full of unexpected twists, like the Oregon Short Line Railroad Depot in Boise, a relic of the state's railroad heyday. Oregon Short Line Railroad Depot, Boise's historic transit hub, standing as a testament to Idaho's transportation history The Oregon Short Line Railroad Depot in Boise is a historic landmark that played a pivotal role in connecting Idaho to the rest of the country. Built in the early 20th century, this depot was more than just a station. It was a gateway that opened Idaho's markets, mines, and farms to the broader world. The Oregon Short Line Railroad itself was a major artery running through the Northwest, facilitating the movement of goods and people. Boise's depot buzzed with activity, from miners heading to work to farmers shipping produce, turning the city into a vibrant hub of commerce and culture. Today, the depot stands as a reminder of the transformative power of railroads in shaping Idaho's economy and communities. Preserved as a historical site, it captures the spirit of the railroad era, with its distinctive architecture and echoes of a bygone age. From railroads to floating islands, Idaho's quirks never stop surprising visitors and locals alike. Floating Island at Priest Lake, nature's drifting wonder. In the serene waters of Priest Lake, Idaho, there's a natural curiosity known as a floating island. This isn't a tourist attraction built by humans. It's a massive living mat of vegetation that drifts freely across the lake's surface. These floating islands are formed by thick layers of plant matter, roots, and soil, compacted and buoyant enough to move with the wind and currents. They provide unique habitats for wildlife and add to the lake's ecological diversity. Watching one drift by feels like glimpsing a natural mystery, a small mobile ecosystem that's both beautiful and fragile. Floating islands like this are rare, and Idaho's Priest Lake is lucky to host one. The natural whimsy of floating islands contrasts with Idaho's more structured traditions, such as its official state dance, which despite rumors remains the good old-fashioned square dance. Square dance, Idaho's official state dance. In a world of ever-changing trends, Idaho holds on to some timeless traditions, and one of the most enduring is the square dance, the state's official dance. This lively, community-centered dance style reflects Idaho's rural roots and the importance of social connection. Square dancing involves groups of 4 couples forming a square, following a caller's instructions to perform coordinated moves, doos-a-doos, promenades, and swings, often set to upbeat fiddle music. It's an artful blend of rhythm, timing, and camaraderie. Idaho's choice of the square dance as its state dance pays homage to the social fabric that helped build communities across the state. From county fairs to barn dances, it remains a beloved pastime that brings people together across generations. While some joke about a huckleberry hoedown as a fun alternative, Idahoans know the square dance is a serious celebration of tradition, fun, and the spirit of the gem state. And just like the delicate balance in these dances, nature's wonders here include a precariously balanced natural rock formation known as Balanced Rock near Boole. Balanced Rock near Boole, nature's precarious masterpiece. Standing tall and defying gravity, Balanced Rock near Boole, Idaho, is a natural wonder that seems to mock the laws of physics. This massive rock precariously balances on a tiny base, appearing as though it could topple with the slightest breeze. Or at least, that's what your eyes want you to believe. Balanced Rock is a marvel of geological history. Over thousands of years, erosion sculpted the surrounding landscape, leaving this giant stone poised like a sculpture. The rock's delicate positioning makes it a popular stop for travelers and photographers, eager to capture nature's perfect act of balance. This natural phenomenon symbolizes Idaho's rugged beauty and the subtle forces shaping its wilderness. It's a reminder that, in a state famous for extremes, be it towering mountains or deep canyons, even the quietest features hold dramatic stories. Idaho's respect for tradition goes beyond rocks and rivers. It's one of the few states to have both an official state song and state anthem, a rare cultural quirk that showcases its pride in heritage. Idaho's state song and state anthem, dual melodies of pride. Few states boast the distinction of having both an official state song and a state anthem, but Idaho is one of them. This dual musical identity reflects the state's rich cultural tapestry and its residents' deep pride in their home. The state song, Here We Have Idaho is an upbeat, folksy tune that celebrates the state's natural beauty, from its mountains to its rivers. It's often sung at schools, festivals, and official events, uniting Idahoans with a shared melody. The state anthem, Glory of Idaho, carries a more formal and majestic tone, honoring the state's history, values, and aspirations. Together, these two pieces provide a musical expression of Idaho's identity, bridging the everyday with the ceremonial. Having both a song and an anthem is a subtle but telling reminder that Idaho values both traditions and artistry, balancing them as carefully as its famed balanced rock. From music to cleanliness, Idaho embraces uniqueness with places like the Museum of Clean in Pocatello, a testament to something everyone can appreciate. Museum of Clean, Pocatello's quirky tribute to hygiene. The Museum of Clean in Pocatello is exactly what it sounds like, a dedicated space celebrating cleanliness, hygiene, and the sometimes overlooked history behind these everyday essentials. It's a quirky, surprising attraction that highlights Idaho's penchant for offbeat but meaningful cultural spots. Visitors to the museum find exhibits showcasing the evolution of soap, toothbrushes, cleaning products, and more. It's both educational and entertaining, reminding us of the importance of cleanliness in health and society. The Museum of Clean also encourages visitors to reflect on how hygiene practices have shaped civilizations and continues to impact our lives. It's a fun and thought-provoking destination that adds a layer of depth to Pocatello's cultural landscape. Idaho's dedication to nature and cleanliness extends to its wildlife as well, with significant populations of elk, moose, and bighorn sheep roaming its wilds. Elk, moose, and bighorn sheep, Idaho's majestic wildlife triumvirate. Idaho's vast wilderness isn't just a playground for humans, it's home to impressive populations of elk, moose, and bighorn sheep, three of the most iconic large mammals of North America. These creatures roam freely across forests, mountains, and valleys, embodying the untamed spirit of the Gem State. Elk are among the most commonly spotted big game animals in Idaho. Their majestic antlers and haunting bugles echo through the forests in autumn, marking the rutting season. Elk are a vital part of Idaho's ecosystem and an important species for hunters and wildlife watchers alike. Moose, the giants of the northern woods, thrive in Idaho's wetlands and river valleys. Their imposing size and distinctive antlers make them a striking sight. Despite being less numerous than elk, moose hold a special place in Idaho's natural heritage, symbolizing strength and resilience. Bighorn sheep add another dimension of ruggedness to Idaho's wildlife. Climbing steep cliffs and rocky outcrops with astonishing agility, they are a marvel of mountain survival. Their populations, once threatened, have rebounded thanks to dedicated conservation efforts. Together, these animals reflect Idaho's commitment to preserving wilderness and biodiversity. They draw hunters, photographers, and nature lovers, each eager to witness the wild heart beating beneath Idaho's vast skies. If you want to see natural beauty in bloom, springtime in northern Idaho's Camas Prairie offers a stunning floral spectacle. Camas Prairie, Idaho's blue carpet in bloom. Each spring, Idaho's Camas Prairie transforms into a breathtaking sea of blue as vast fields of camas flowers burst into bloom. This stunning display of wildflowers is one of the state's best-kept secrets, attracting photographers, botanists, and nature enthusiasts who want to witness this natural spectacle. The camas plant, a member of the lily family, holds cultural significance for Native American tribes, who traditionally harvested its bulbs for food. The delicate blue flowers blanket the prairie, creating a vivid contrast against the green grasses and rugged mountains beyond. Visitors strolling through Camas Prairie in bloom are treated to a sensory feast. The cool, crisp air carries the subtle fragrance of the flowers, while bees and butterflies dance among the blossoms, pollinating and thriving in this unique ecosystem. The prairie's seasonal transformation is a testament to Idaho's ecological diversity and the enduring cycles of life that sustain its wild landscapes. It's a reminder that beneath Idaho's rugged exterior lies delicate beauty waiting to be discovered. For those seeking more natural wonders, Idaho's silent city of rocks offers a striking destination for rock climbers and adventurers. Silent City of Rocks, a climber's granite playground. The Silent City of Rocks, located in southern Idaho, is a captivating collection of massive granite monoliths and formations that rise from the earth like a natural cathedral. This area has earned its name due to the eerie silence and the towering presence of rocks that create a unique and awe-inspiring landscape. Rock climbers flock to the Silent City of Rocks for its challenging routes and breathtaking views. The granite formations offer a variety of climbs, from beginner-friendly ascents to technical pitches that test the most experienced alpinists. The smooth rock faces and natural cracks make for perfect handholds and footholds, drawing climbers year-round. Beyond climbing, the Silent City is a paradise for hikers, photographers, and anyone seeking solitude amid nature's grandeur. The area's silence and stillness provide a spiritual experience, connecting visitors with the timelessness of the land. Its rugged beauty and peaceful ambiance make the Silent City of Rocks one of Idaho's hidden gems, a place where adventure and tranquility coexist in perfect harmony. Nearby, Boise offers more urban excitement with facilities like the Idaho Ice World, an Olympic-sized ice rink catering to athletes and enthusiasts alike. Idaho Ice World, Olympic Dreams on Ice. Boise's Idaho Ice World is more than just a rink. It's a hub of athleticism, community, and icy ambition. As an Olympic-sized facility, it hosts everything from youth hockey leagues and figure skating competitions to public skating sessions that welcome families and novices alike. This state-of-the-art ice rink symbolizes Idaho's embrace of diverse sports beyond its rugged outdoor reputation. Ice World provides athletes with world-class facilities to train, compete, and dream big, fostering local talent that can one day skate on national or international stages. Beyond sports, Idaho Ice World serves as a social gathering point, hosting themed skating nights, holiday events, and even birthday parties. It's a place where cold meets community and competition mingles with camaraderie. For Boise residents, the rink is a winter oasis, a way to beat the heat or just enjoy the simple joy of gliding on ice under bright lights. Idaho Ice World embodies the spirit of perseverance and fun, ice cold, but warmly welcoming. While Boise offers big city attractions like Ice World, the tiniest public park in the world claims its spot in the charming town of Wallace, world's smallest park. A manhole cover in Wallace. Wallace, Idaho, a quirky mining town with a sense of humor, claims the title of home to the world's smallest park, an actual manhole cover. Yes, this isn't a landscaped garden or a green space, but literally a tiny park marked by a manhole, complete with a sign proudly announcing its status. This peculiar park is a reflection of Wallace's offbeat charm. It's a playful nod to the town's history and personality, a place where residents and visitors alike can appreciate humor in unexpected places. The park has become a popular photo spot, embodying the idea that parks don't have to be big to make a big impression. Despite its size, the world's smallest park holds cultural significance as a symbol of community pride and the quirky spirit that defines many small Idaho towns. It's proof that you don't need acres of land to have a park. Sometimes all it takes is a little imagination. From tiny parks to vast mineral wealth, Idaho is also a major player in silver production, shaping its economy and history. Silver production, Idaho's shining industry. Idaho ranks among the top producers of silver in the United States, a legacy rooted in its rich mining history. Silver mining has been a major economic driver since the 19th century, fueling towns, attracting settlers, and shaping the state's industrial landscape. Mines across Idaho extracted silver and other precious metals, turning the state into a critical player in the nation's mining sector. The wealth generated by silver mining supported infrastructure, railroads, and communities, leaving behind a legacy of boom towns and ghost towns. Modern silver production continues, though on a smaller scale, with an emphasis on sustainable practices and environmental stewardship. Idaho's mineral wealth remains a vital part of its economy, contributing jobs and supporting industries beyond mining itself. Silver's sparkle reflects Idaho's ability to balance resource extraction with preserving its wild beauty. A delicate dance echoed in the stories of its historic penitentiary and cultural institutions. Old Idaho Penitentiary, a window into the state's criminal past. The Old Idaho Penitentiary in Boise offers a stark and gripping glimpse into the state's criminal history. Operating from 1872 to 1973, this prison housed some of Idaho's most notorious criminals, serving as a place of punishment and reform in a bygone era. Today, it stands preserved as a museum and historic site, allowing visitors to walk through its grim cell blocks, solitary confinement cells, and execution chambers. The penitentiary's walls echo stories of hardship, escape attempts, and the harsh realities of prison life in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The architecture itself tells a tale of a different age, with massive granite blocks and iron bars standing as symbols of law and order in a frontier state. Guided tours reveal not only the brutal conditions inmates endured, but also the evolving nature of the justice system and prison reforms over a century. Visitors get a first-hand sense of the human stories behind the crimes and sentences. The Old Idaho Penitentiary is a sobering reminder of Idaho's complex history, a place where justice, punishment, and humanity intersect. From penitentiaries to fraternities, Idaho's history is sprinkled with the influence of groups like the International Order of Odd Fellows, whose presence was once strong in the state. International Order of Odd Fellows, Idaho's historic fraternal influence. The International Order of Odd Fellows, IOOF, once had a significant presence in Idaho, shaping social networks and community service efforts throughout the state. This fraternal organization, founded in the 19th century, aimed to provide mutual aid, charity, and social connections for its members, values that resonated with Idaho's pioneering spirit. In towns across Idaho, IOOF lodges served as gathering places where members supported each other and the broader community. Their influence extended beyond social functions, contributing to charitable works such as orphanages, hospitals, and assistance for the elderly. The Odd Fellows architecture, symbols, and traditions are woven into Idaho's cultural fabric, with many historic lodge buildings still standing as landmarks. Though their membership has waned over time, the legacy of the IOOF's community involvement remains. This fraternal spirit of camaraderie and local pride finds a modern twist in Idaho's quirky Big Idaho Potato Hotel, a giant potato-shaped Airbnb that has become a viral sensation. Big Idaho Potato Hotel. Staying in a spud, Idaho's love affair with potatoes takes a whimsical turn with the Big Idaho Potato Hotel, an Airbnb shaped like a massive, realistic potato. This quirky lodging option perfectly blends Idaho's agricultural pride with a sense of humor and creativity, attracting tourists looking for a unique stay. The potato-shaped structure is fully functional inside, featuring cozy furnishings, modern amenities, and potato-themed decor that pays homage to the state's iconic crop. It's part museum, part novelty accommodation, offering guests an immersive Idaho experience they won't soon forget. Located in Boise, the Big Idaho Potato Hotel has gained viral fame, drawing visitors from across the country eager to sleep inside the world's largest tuber. It's a testament to Idaho's ability to embrace its quirks and turn them into unforgettable attractions. From giant potatoes to scenic greenways, Idaho's blend of nature and novelty continues with places like the Boise River Greenbelt. Boise River Greenbelt, urban oasis along the water. Stretching for miles through Idaho's capital, the Boise River Greenbelt is a beloved urban pathway that offers residents and visitors a scenic escape from city life. This beautifully maintained corridor runs alongside the Boise River, weaving through parks, neighborhoods, and downtown areas, creating a continuous ribbon of greenery and recreation. The Greenbelt is more than just a trail. It's a vital community asset that encourages outdoor activity, environmental awareness, and connection. Joggers, cyclists, families, and dog walkers all share this safe, picturesque route, which showcases Idaho's commitment to balancing urban development with nature preservation. Along the Greenbelt, you'll find picnic spots, wildlife viewing areas, and public art installations, making it a cultural as well as natural attraction. The pathway also connects important landmarks and local businesses, serving as a lifeline for community engagement. This green corridor reflects Boise's forward-thinking approach to urban planning, combining sustainability, health, and quality of life. Just a short drive away, Idaho's sporting culture thrives with the presence of the Idaho Steelheads hockey team. Idaho Steelheads, professional hockey hits Boise. The Idaho Steelheads are Boise's pride on ice, a professional hockey team competing in the ECHL that has built a passionate fan base since its founding in 1997. They bring fast-paced, hard-hitting hockey to Idaho's capital, providing thrilling entertainment for sports enthusiasts and families alike. Playing at the CenturyLink Arena, the Steelheads combine competitive spirit with community involvement. Their games are lively events filled with music, cheers, and traditions that create a vibrant atmosphere. Beyond the rink, the team engages in charitable work and youth programs, fostering a love for hockey in a state better known for its wilderness than its ice. The Steelheads' success and popularity underscore Idaho's growing sports culture and the state's ability to support professional athletics alongside its outdoor heritage. The team is a symbol of Boise's dynamic urban life and Idaho's diverse interests. But beyond the city lights and sporting arenas, Idaho's ghost towns tell tales of mining booms and busts, remnants of a wild, hopeful past. Idaho ghost towns, echoes of a mining boom. Scattered across Idaho are numerous ghost towns, once thriving mining communities now frozen in time. These abandoned towns offer haunting glimpses into the state's rapid growth during the 19th and early 20th centuries, when gold, silver, and other minerals lured thousands westward. In their heyday, these towns bustled with miners, merchants, saloon owners, and families, all chasing fortunes and dreams. Buildings, rusted machinery, and crumbling structures now stand silent, weathered by time and the elements, telling stories of boom and bust, hope and hardship. Visiting Idaho's ghost towns is like stepping into a historical novel, where every weathered wood plank and shattered window whispers the rugged tales of the frontier. Some towns, like Silver City and Warren, have become tourist destinations, preserving their history with museums and guided tours. These ghost towns remind us of Idaho's volatile past, wild, ambitious, and full of risk. They're monuments to the human spirit's determination and the ever-changing tides of fortune, set against the backdrop of Idaho's vast wilderness. From old mining roads to scenic byways, Idaho's heritage continues to unfold. Custer Motorway, Scenic Byway, a journey through mining history and mountain majesty. The Custer Motorway Scenic Byway is a rugged, breathtaking route that follows an old mining road through some of Idaho's most stunning mountain scenery. This 56-mile gravel road weaves through the Sawtooth National Recreation Area, offering travelers a taste of Idaho's rich mining past, alongside panoramic views of towering peaks, dense forests, and pristine lakes. Once a vital artery for miners transporting ore and supplies, the Custer Motorway is transformed into a favorite for adventure seekers, photographers, and nature lovers. Driving this byway is like peeling back layers of history, where every turn reveals remnants of mining camps, rusted equipment, and ghost towns, all nestled amidst wild landscapes. The road is not for the faint of heart. Its rugged terrain demands respect and preparation, but the rewards are immense. Wildlife sightings, tranquil alpine meadows, and dramatic mountain vistas make the journey unforgettable. It's a perfect example of Idaho's ability to blend history and natural beauty, connecting the past to the present. The spirit of Idaho's mining legacy is also kept alive and promoted by organizations like the Idaho Potato Commission, dedicated to the state's most famous crop. Idaho Potato Commission, championing the state's spud. The Idaho Potato Commission, IPC, is more than just a marketing agency. It's the guardian of the state's signature crop, and a powerhouse promoting Idaho potatoes nationwide. Established in 1937, the IPC works tirelessly to protect the reputation and quality of Idaho potatoes, ensuring they remain the gold standard for consumers and chefs alike. The Commission oversees everything from research and quality control to advertising campaigns and trade shows, playing a pivotal role in maintaining Idaho's dominance in the potato industry. Their famous slogan, "Famous Potatoes," has become synonymous with quality and consistency. Beyond marketing, the IPC supports farmers with technical advice, innovative farming techniques, and sustainability initiatives. Their efforts help Idaho maintain its edge in the competitive world of agriculture, while also educating the public on the nutritional benefits and versatility of potatoes. The Idaho Potato Commission is a shining example of how a state can turn a humble crop into an economic and cultural cornerstone, celebrated far beyond its fields. Boise's bustling convention center, the Boise Center, is a modern hub that hosts a variety of events and conventions, contributing to the city's vibrant economy. Boise Center, the heart of Idaho's events and conventions. The Boise Center stands as a testament to Boise's growth and ambition, a premier convention center hosting a wide range of events, from business conferences and trade shows to weddings and cultural festivals. Located in downtown Boise, this state-of-the-art facility anchors the city's efforts to be a hub for commerce, culture, and community. With over 130,000 square feet of flexible space, the Boise Center can accommodate events of all sizes, drawing visitors from across the region and country. Its modern design, advanced technology, and dedicated staff ensure every gathering runs smoothly, boosting Boise's reputation as a destination for business and leisure. The center's impact extends beyond economics. It brings people together, fosters networking, and enhances the city's cultural vibrancy. Hosting events ranging from tech expos to art shows, the Boise Center reflects the dynamic, multifaceted character of Idaho's capital. From urban sophistication to natural wonders, Idaho's diverse attractions also include underground mysteries like Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave, Idaho's subterranean adventure. Mammoth Cave, nestled in Idaho's rugged landscape, offers a thrilling escape into the mysterious underground world. Unlike the famous Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, Idaho's Mammoth Cave is a lesser-known but equally fascinating natural wonder. This cave system invites explorers and spelunkers to navigate its winding passages, towering chambers, and unique rock formations. The cave's name hints at its size and grandeur. Its chambers are vast, echoing with the sounds of dripping water and the footsteps of adventurers. Limestone formations, stalactites, and stalagmites create an eerie, otherworldly atmosphere that captures the imagination. Guided tours often highlight the cave's geological history, explaining how water over millions of years carved this subterranean labyrinth. Visiting Mammoth Cave isn't just about spelunking. It's an educational experience that connects people to Idaho's deep natural history. The cave's cool, dark environment contrasts sharply with the bright outdoors, offering a refreshing and sometimes challenging adventure. Mammoth Cave reminds visitors that Idaho's wonders are not only above ground, but also hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. From hidden caves to historic memorials, Idaho also houses the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, a powerful tribute to justice and remembrance. Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, a beacon of hope in Boise. The Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, located in Boise, is one of the few memorials of its kind in the United States. It serves as a solemn reminder of the atrocities of the Holocaust and a call to promote human rights and dignity for all. The memorial combines educational exhibits with reflective spaces, including excerpts from Anne Frank's diary, historical photographs, and sculptures. Its design encourages visitors to contemplate the consequences of hatred and discrimination and to commit to standing against injustice. Located near the Idaho state capitol, the memorial is a significant cultural and educational site for the community. It hosts events, lectures, and school visits that inspire conversations about tolerance, empathy, and activism. The Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial exemplifies the state's dedication to remembering history's darkest moments while fostering a future rooted in respect and human dignity. Idaho's open skies also witnessed the spectacular Great American Eclipse in 2017, drawing thousands for prime celestial viewing. Great American Eclipse 2017, Idaho's Celestial Spotlight. On August 21, 2017, Idaho found itself at the heart of a once-in-a-lifetime astronomical event, the Great American Eclipse. Thousands flocked to the state to witness the breathtaking side of the moon completely blocking the sun, casting a shadow across the landscape in a stunning display of cosmic alignment. Idaho's clear skies, high elevation, and wide-open spaces made it one of the best places to experience the eclipse. Towns and parks across the state hosted viewing parties, educational programs, and festivals, creating a communal celebration of science and wonder. The eclipse wasn't just a visual spectacle. It was a moment that brought people together in awe and reflection. As day turned to night, temperatures dropped, and animals paused, reminding everyone of the delicate balance of our place in the universe. The Great American Eclipse showcased Idaho's unique blend of natural beauty and communal spirit, proving that even the skies above the Gem State hold wonders worth traveling for. From cosmic events to homegrown festivals, Idaho continues to surprise with its rich and varied cultural life, like the annual Idaho Renovation and Design Show in Boise. Idaho Renovation and Design Show. Crafting Creativity in Boise. The Idaho Renovation and Design Show is an annual event that transforms Boise into a hub of creativity, innovation, and home improvement inspiration. This show attracts homeowners, contractors, designers, and DIY enthusiasts eager to explore the latest trends and technologies in renovation and interior design. Held in one of Boise's premier event spaces, the show features hundreds of exhibitors showcasing everything from cutting-edge appliances and eco-friendly materials to landscaping ideas and custom cabinetry. Attendees can attend workshops, demonstrations, and presentations that offer practical advice and expert insights, making it a valuable resource for anyone looking to refresh or remodel their living spaces. The event is more than just a marketplace. It's a community celebration of craftsmanship and style. It brings together diverse talents and ideas, fueling Idaho's growing home renovation industry and highlighting the state's flair for blending tradition with modernity. For a state famous for potatoes and wilderness, Idaho's dedication to design and innovation might come as a surprise. But it's part of what makes the Gem State so dynamic. Speaking of groundbreaking innovation, Idaho is also home to the world's first electricity generated from nuclear power at the National Reactor Testing Station. National Reactor Testing Station, birthplace of nuclear power. The National Reactor Testing Station, located in Idaho, holds a unique place in history as the site where the world's first electricity was generated from nuclear power. Established in the early days of atomic research, this facility was at the forefront of harnessing nuclear energy for peaceful civilian uses. In 1951, Experimental Breeder Reactor 1, EBR-1, successfully produced usable electrical power, a groundbreaking achievement that paved the way for the modern nuclear power industry. This milestone demonstrated the potential of nuclear energy to provide large-scale, low-emission electricity, forever changing the energy landscape. The testing station became a hub of scientific research and innovation, attracting engineers, scientists, and government officials interested in the peaceful applications of atomic power. It also marked Idaho as a key player in the nation's technological advancements. Today, the site is preserved as the Idaho National Laboratory, continuing its legacy of research and development in nuclear and alternative energy sources. From cutting-edge science to cultural landmarks, Idaho's historical tapestry includes religious and architectural marvels like the Idaho Falls Temple. Idaho Falls Temple, a spiritual beacon. The Idaho Falls Temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints stands as an architectural and spiritual landmark in eastern Idaho. Completed in 1945, It was the first temple built in Idaho and the first LDS temple constructed west of the Mississippi River in the 20th century. Its striking design, featuring 6 spires and clean lines, symbolizes both reverence and community strength. The temple serves as a place of worship, reflection, and ceremony for thousands of members in the region. Beyond its religious significance, the Idaho Falls Temple is a cultural icon, attracting visitors who admire its beauty and the carefully maintained gardens surrounding it. It represents the historical roots and ongoing presence of the LDS Church in Idaho's social and cultural landscape. The temple is a reminder of Idaho's diverse cultural fabric, which also includes the fun and excitement of attractions like Silverwood Theme Park, the largest theme park in the Pacific Northwest. Silverwood Theme Park, Idaho's thrill seekers' playground. Nestled in northern Idaho, Silverwood Theme Park is the largest theme park in the Pacific Northwest, drawing visitors from across the region and beyond. With over 70 rides and attractions, including roller coasters, water slides, and live entertainment, Silverwood offers thrills and fun for all ages, making it a cornerstone of Idaho's recreational scene. The park's expansive grounds combine adrenaline-pumping rides with charming Western-themed areas, blending modern amusement park excitement with a touch of frontier spirit. Families flock to Silverwood not only for the heart-racing roller coasters, but also for the engaging shows, kid-friendly zones, and seasonal events like the spooky Halloween haunt. Silverwood's success reflects Idaho's growing tourism industry and the state's desire to offer diverse attractions that complement its natural beauty. It's a place where the rugged outdoors meets adrenaline-fueled fun, embodying the state's playful side. From theme parks to contemporary arts, Boise also boasts venues like the Boise Contemporary Theater, nurturing modern and experimental performances. Boise Contemporary Theater, Idaho's home for modern performance. The Boise Contemporary Theater stands at the forefront of Idaho's vibrant arts scene, dedicated to presenting innovative and experimental theater works. Founded in 1997, it provides a platform for new voices, boundary-pushing plays, and diverse stories that challenge audiences and enrich the cultural fabrics of Boise. With an intimate venue and a commitment to community engagement, the theater fosters a close connection between performers and viewers, creating immersive experiences that resonate deeply. It champions local playwrights and artists while also hosting touring productions, bringing fresh perspectives to the Gem State. Boise Contemporary Theater represents Idaho's cultural evolution, honoring tradition while embracing the cutting edge of performance art. It's a testament to the state's appetite for creativity and dialogue, highlighting the power of storytelling in all its forms. Parallel to this creative energy, Idaho's geological heritage is celebrated and explored at institutions like the Idaho Museum of Mining and Geology. Idaho Museum of Mining and Geology, unearthing the state's geological story. Located in Boise, the Idaho Museum of Mining and Geology offers a deep dive into the state's rich geological history and mining heritage. Through engaging exhibits and hands-on displays, visitors learn about the formation of Idaho's diverse landscapes, mineral wealth, and the mining booms that fueled its economic development. The museum showcases fascinating specimens of rocks, minerals, and fossils, alongside artifacts from historic mining operations. It explores the science behind Idaho's geology, the volcanic activity, mountain building, and glacial forces that shaped its terrain over millions of years. By connecting geological processes to human history, the museum reveals how Idaho's natural resources have influenced settlement patterns, industry, and culture. It's both an educational experience and a celebration of the state's unique place in Earth's history. The Idaho Museum of Mining and Geology stands as a reminder that beneath the state's scenic beauty lies a complex, dynamic geological story waiting to be discovered, much like the unique marble that adorns the Idaho State Capitol Building. Idaho State Capitol Building, a marble masterpiece. Boise's Idaho State Capitol Building isn't just the seat of government. It's an architectural marvel showcasing an impressive array of marble from around the world. Unique among state capitals, it features exquisite marble sourced from Alaska, Georgia, Vermont, and Italy. combining the local with the global in a stunning display of craftsmanship and natural beauty. The building's grand design includes soaring columns, intricate carvings, and expansive halls where Idaho's laws are debated and passed. The marble interiors provide a timeless elegance, lending a sense of gravitas and dignity to the political processes that unfold within its walls. Each type of marble tells a story. Alaskan marble with its cool, muted tones, Georgian marble's warm hues, Vermont's classic whites, and the rich textures of Italian marble, all blended to create a space that honors Idaho's heritage and its place in the broader world. Visitors to the capital can appreciate not only the political significance of the building, but also its artistry and the natural materials that celebrate the Earth's geological wonders. An artistic and mineralogical connection that complements Idaho's geological museums. From the capital's refined interiors, we move to the Idaho Falls Zoo at Tabernacle Park, Idaho's oldest and cherished wildlife sanctuary. Idaho Falls Zoo at Tabernacle Park, wildlife and community in harmony. The Idaho Falls Zoo at Tabernacle Park holds the distinction of being the oldest zoo in Idaho, serving as both a beloved local attraction and a center for wildlife conservation and education. Established in 1934, the zoo has grown from modest beginnings to a modern facility that houses hundreds of animals from across the globe. Nestled within Tabernacle Park, the zoo provides an immersive experience where visitors can encounter everything from native species like wolves and bison to exotic creatures such as lions and red pandas. Its beautifully landscaped grounds blend natural habitats with family-friendly exhibits, making it a welcoming space for education and recreation. The zoo's conservation programs emphasize the importance of preserving endangered species and promoting biodiversity, aligning with Idaho's broader commitment to environmental stewardship. Through outreach and school programs, it inspires a new generation to care about wildlife and habitat protection. For Idahoans, the Idaho Falls Zoo is more than just a tourist spot. It's a community treasure, a place where nature and people connect, reflecting the state's blend of wilderness appreciation and civic pride. Nearby, Boise's Hyde Park Street Fair continues that tradition of community celebration in an entirely different way. Hyde Park Street Fair, Boise's neighborhood block party. Every summer, Boise's Hyde Park neighborhood bursts to life with the Hyde Park Street Fair, a vibrant celebration of local culture, food, music, and community spirit. This annual event draws thousands of residents and visitors to a lively street festival filled with arts and crafts vendors, food trucks, live entertainment, and family activities. Hyde Park's charm lies in its small-town feel nestled within the city, a historic neighborhood known for its walkability, boutique shops, and tree-lined streets. The street fair amplifies that charm, turning the area into a buzzing hub of social interaction and creative expression. The fair showcases local artisans, musicians, and culinary talents, fostering a sense of pride and connection among Boisians. It's a place to discover unique handmade goods, enjoy delicious eats, and dance to live music, all under the summer sun or twilight skies. The Hyde Park Street Fair embodies the friendly, inclusive vibe that defines much of Idaho's urban culture, a perfect contrast to the state's natural wonders like the Thousand Springs Scenic Byway that awaits next. Thousand Springs Scenic Byway, a cascade of natural beauty. Idaho's Thousand Springs Scenic Byway is a dazzling display of nature's generosity, winding through a landscape rich with waterfalls, springs, and lush greenery. This 23-mile stretch along Highway 30 in southern Idaho offers travelers a breathtaking experience of cascading water and vibrant ecosystems nestled in the high desert. The byway gets its name from the countless springs that emerge from the region's limestone cliffs, creating crystal-clear pools and roaring waterfalls that nourish the surrounding flora and fauna. Some of these springs are so large and powerful, they form miniature rivers and ponds, making the area a haven for wildlife and a paradise for photographers and nature lovers. Driving the byway, visitors can stop at overlooks, hiking trails, and historic sites, each revealing a new facet of Idaho's geological and ecological richness. The juxtaposition of flowing water against rugged canyon walls highlights Idaho's dramatic contrasts and the resilience of life in unexpected places. Thousand Springs is more than a scenic drive. It's an invitation to connect with Idaho's natural heritage and marvel at the life-giving forces hidden beneath its surface. Speaking of Idaho's rich traditions, the Snake River Stampede in Nampa showcases the state's proud rodeo heritage. Snake River Stampede, rodeo royalty in Nampa. The Snake River Stampede, held annually in Nampa, Idaho, is one of the oldest and most respected rodeos in the United States. Established in 1937, this rodeo has become a cornerstone of Idaho's cultural identity, celebrating the skills, spirit, and history of the American West. Every July, the Stampede draws top rodeo athletes competing in events like bull riding, bareback bronc riding, steer wrestling, and barrel racing. The rodeo is a high-octane spectacle, thrilling crowds with displays of courage, strength, and precision. Fans come not just for the competition, but for the pageantry, music, and community spirit that make the event a festive tradition. The Stampede also serves as a bridge between Idaho's frontier past and its modern-day culture, honoring the ranching heritage that still shapes much of the state. It's a family-friendly event that embraces both history and entertainment, bringing together locals and visitors in celebration of Idaho's rugged roots. From the roar of rodeos to the quiet beauty of gardens, the Idaho Botanical Garden offers a green refuge in Boise. Idaho Botanical Garden, a sanctuary of plant diversity. Located in Boise's Old Penitentiary Historic District, the Idaho Botanical Garden is a verdant oasis showcasing the state's plant diversity and commitment to conservation. Spanning 40 acres, the garden features themed areas that highlight native plants, xeriscaping, alpine flora, and colorful flower displays. The garden is more than a pretty place. It serves as an educational hub, teaching visitors about Idaho's unique ecosystems, sustainable gardening practices, and the importance of preserving biodiversity. Seasonal events, workshops, and volunteer programs engage the community, making the garden a lively center for nature appreciation and stewardship. Visitors stroll along winding paths, discovering fragrant herbs, wildflowers, and carefully curated plant collections that thrive in Idaho's climate. The garden also provides a habitat for pollinators, birds, and other wildlife, reinforcing its role in local ecological health. As a place of peace and learning, the Idaho Botanical Garden reflects the state's harmonious blend of natural beauty and civic pride. Much like the historic College of Idaho nearby. College of Idaho, a historic educational beacon. Nestled in the city of Caldwell, the College of Idaho holds the distinction of being one of the oldest colleges in the state. Founded in 1891, it stands as a pillar of liberal arts education and community engagement in Idaho, shaping generations of students through a commitment to rigorous academics and personal growth. The College of Idaho has built a reputation for fostering critical thinking, creativity, and leadership across diverse disciplines. From humanities and sciences to business and music, it offers a well-rounded education that prepares students for a variety of careers and lifelong learning. Despite its relatively small size, the college maintains a vibrant campus life with a strong emphasis on community service, athletics, and cultural events. Its historic buildings blend timeless architecture with modern facilities, symbolizing the institution's balance of tradition and innovation. The college's enduring presence reflects Idaho's broader commitment to education and development, nurturing talent that contributes to the state's evolving cultural and economic landscape. From nurturing minds to celebrating flavors, Boise hosts an annual beer and wine festival that showcases Idaho's growing beverage scene. Boise Beer and Wine Festival, celebrating local flavor. Boise's Beer and Wine Festival is a spirited celebration of Idaho's burgeoning craft beverage industry. Each year, enthusiasts gather to sample a diverse selection of local brews and wines, highlighting the creativity and quality that have put Idaho's beverage producers on the map. The festival offers an array of tastings, food pairings, and educational sessions, allowing attendees to explore unique flavors, brewing techniques, and winemaking stories. It's a festive occasion that supports local businesses and fosters a sense of community among producers and consumers. Idaho's climate and geography have proven ideal for growing grapes and hops, fueling the rise of vineyards and craft breweries across the state. The Beer and Wine Festival captures this exciting trend, celebrating innovation and tradition in every glass. Beyond the drinks and festivities, the event emphasizes responsible enjoyment and the cultural significance of shared experiences. In Pocatello, a different kind of cultural treasure awaits at the Idaho State University Museums of Natural History. Idaho State University Museum of Natural History, preserving the past. The Idaho State University Museum of Natural History, located in Pocatello, is a cornerstone institution dedicated to exploring and preserving the natural and cultural history of Idaho and the Intermountain West. With extensive collections of fossils, artifacts, and exhibits, the museum offers visitors a window into the region's rich past. The museum's fossil collections include prehistoric plants and animals, providing insights into ecosystems that existed millions of years ago. Exhibits highlight Native American cultures, early settlers, and the geological forces that shaped the landscape. Educational programs and research initiatives connect the museum to the community and academia, making it a dynamic resource for students, scholars, and families. The museum's interactive displays engage visitors of all ages, fostering curiosity and appreciation for natural history. By preserving and interpreting Idaho's diverse heritage, the museum plays a vital role in understanding the state's identity and environment. From ancient history to modern music, Idaho's cultural scene also includes prestigious events like the Weiser Fiddle Contest. Weiser Fiddle Contest, the soundtrack of Idaho's heartland. The Weiser Fiddle Contest is not just a competition. It's an annual celebration of Idaho's deep-rooted musical heritage and a testament to the enduring appeal of fiddling in the American West. Held in the charming town of Weiser, this prestigious event attracts fiddlers from across the country, turning the town into a vibrant hub of traditional music and community spirit. The contest features various categories, including youth, adult, and professional divisions, showcasing a broad spectrum of styles, from old-time and bluegrass to Celtic and swing. Contestants compete for top honors, but the true prize is the chance to share their passion and preserve a musical tradition that has defined Idaho's cultural landscape for generations. Beyond the competition, the festival includes workshops, jam sessions, and dance parties, inviting locals and visitors to immerse themselves in the lively, foot-stomping rhythms of fiddle music. It's a family-friendly event that keeps the spirit of community alive through song and dance. The Weiser Fiddle Contest is a reminder that Idaho's cultural identity is as rich and varied as its landscapes, blending history, artistry, and celebration. Speaking of vibrant Idaho waters, the Lochsa River offers one of the most thrilling whitewater rafting experiences in the state. Lochsa River, Idaho's whitewater wonderland. The Lochsa River is a wild, rushing jewel in Idaho's rugged landscape, renowned for its challenging whitewater rapids and breathtaking scenery. Flowing through dense forests and deep canyons, the river provides an adrenaline-filled playground for rafters, kayakers, and adventure seekers. The river's swift currents and varied rapids range from thrilling Class 3 to heart-pounding Class 5, making it a destination for both seasoned whitewater enthusiasts and daring beginners. Along the way, rafters are treated to spectacular views of towering cliffs, lush wildlife, and crystal-clear waters that define Idaho's untamed wilderness. The Lochsa is not just about excitement. It's also a vital ecological corridor supporting diverse species and maintaining the health of Idaho's river ecosystems. Conservation efforts ensure that the river remains pristine and accessible for future generations to enjoy. For those drawn to Idaho's unique natural resources, the state is also known for Idaho steel, a tongue-in-cheek term that hints at its real mineral fame. Silver. Idaho steel, the silver lining of Idaho's mining history. Though there's no actual Idaho steel, the phrase is a playful nod to Idaho's renowned status as a top producer of silver. The state's rich silver deposits have earned it a prominent place in the mining world, fueling economic growth and shaping communities for over a century. Silver mining in Idaho began in the late 1800s, leading to the rapid development of towns and infrastructure. The mineral wealth attracted prospectors, investors, and workers, creating a booming industry that left a lasting mark on the state's landscape and culture. While Idaho steel might be a joke, the state's real silver production is serious business, with modern mining operations continuing to extract this precious metal responsibly. Silver remains a key part of Idaho's economic foundation and a source of pride. This playful term reflects Idahoans' humor and ability to embrace their mining heritage while looking toward the future. From precious metals to colossal culinary creations, Idaho also holds the record for the world's largest cheese board, crafted in 2019. World's largest cheese board, Idaho's massive dairy delight. In 2019, Idaho made dairy history by creating the world's largest cheese board, a colossal culinary masterpiece weighing an astonishing 3,000 pounds. This giant cheese board was more than just a record-breaking feat. It was a celebration of Idaho's rich agricultural heritage, particularly its thriving dairy industry. Crafted with meticulous care, the board featured an array of cheeses, meats, crackers, and accompaniments, showcasing the state's best local products. The sheer size of the board required extensive planning, teamwork, and creativity, turning what could have been a simple food display into a community event and visual spectacle. The massive cheese board embodied Idaho's pride in its farming traditions and its ability to innovate in unexpected ways. It attracted attention from food lovers, media, and tourists, putting Idaho on the map as a state that can combine agricultural prowess with show-stopping flair. Events like this highlight the spirit of Idaho's food culture. Rooted in quality, community, and a bit of whimsy, it's a state that knows how to make an impression, whether it's through giant potatoes or gigantic cheese boards. Just a short drive from these festivities, nature lovers can find tranquility and adventure in the stunning Hells Canyon National Recreation Area. Hells Canyon National Recreation Area, Idaho's rugged wilderness playground. Hells Canyon National Recreation Area is one of Idaho's most dramatic natural landscapes, featuring North America's deepest river gorge. Carved by the Snake River, this rugged canyon plunges over 7,900 feet from rim to riverbed, offering breathtaking views and a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. The area spans over 652,000 acres of wilderness, encompassing steep cliffs, dense forests, and pristine waterways. It's a haven for hiking, fishing, rafting, and wildlife watching, where visitors can experience the raw power and serene beauty of Idaho's backcountry. Hells Canyon's remote and wild character has been preserved through careful management, ensuring that its ecological and recreational values remain intact. The recreation area invites adventurers to explore its challenging terrain, from whitewater rapids to rugged hiking trails. This vast wilderness is a testament to Idaho's commitment to protecting its natural heritage, offering a place where nature reigns supreme and visitors can reconnect with the land's ancient rhythms. From deep canyons to quirky collections, Idaho's Historical Society maintains a treasure trove of odd and unusual objects, showcasing the state's unique cultural past. Idaho State Historical Society's Odd and Unusual Collection. Preserving the peculiar. The Idaho State Historical Society houses an intriguing collection of odd and unusual objects, a fascinating assortment that reflects the quirky, eclectic, and sometimes downright bizarre aspects of Idaho's history. These artifacts provide a window into the lives, stories, and curiosities that have shaped the state's identity. From peculiar mining tools and vintage advertising to strange inventions and folk art, the collection celebrates Idaho's diverse cultural fabric. It highlights the humor, creativity, and resourcefulness of Idahoans across generations. The odd and unusual items serve not only as historical artifacts, but also as conversation starters, sparking curiosity and encouraging visitors to explore the layers of Idaho's past beyond textbooks and monuments. By preserving these unique objects, the Idaho State Historical Society ensures that the state's rich and colorful stories continue to be told, reminding us that history isn't always serious. It can be surprising, playful, and endlessly fascinating. Idaho's extremes, from its natural wonders to its cultural quirks, come together to form a state unlike any other.